What is up, everybody? It's your boy Noah,
It's your boy G-Man,
and we are the Superhero
the
Brothers.
Superhero Brothers.
Guys, today is going to be solely dedicated to DC because there has been a lot of crap going on in the land of DC world. While Marvel is sitting nice launching their shows, DC, there's been cancellations, there's been, people going off the rails. We don't know what's going on. And we really want to just talk through if we think they're going downhill or if there is going to be a promised land for DC. So, Najee, what's on the docket to start off with?
Dude, so we have to start with the mass chop that DC or Warner Brothers Discovery still continues to do. So we got Supergirl, the Michael B. Jordan Superman movie, the Titan show, which we both kind of really
Yo,
liked, and
Titans
Doom
got
Patrol. I know you
canceled.
weren't, bro. They're canceling all four of those.
Oh,
Both movies scrapped, and then the Titans and Doom Patrol shows being canceled. Now, granted, I love Titans. I think Titans was the best out of all those four. Like Doom Patrol was okay. They had some.
wow.
It was a little weird, but it had some promise. But
Yeah, I was not
um,
expecting Titans to go. I agree. I like Titans. I thought, there were some elements of it that were a little bit cheesy, but overall, I thought it was pretty good.
yeah, I mean, it was a TV show too. Like it was a good. It could have been developed more like the Arrowverse.
I,
I think
I,
if it just
yeah, I wonder what's his name, Zaslav. What's his name?
bro, the czar. That's what I'm gonna call him right
Yeah,
now.
he is just chopping everything, and I don't know if he's maybe taking stock of like what's going on, you know, and getting a good understanding of what the reception is. Because, like, look, I'll be honest, I just finished Young Justice, and I swear, if they get rid of Young Justice, I'm done with DC. I'm taking down that Superman light in the back, and it's over. There's no more. I'm done. Young Justice,
No, I'm
honestly, if DC just took a little bit of a page from the Young Justice book, they'd be all right. They'd be halfway decent. Why are their animated shows at DC so much better?
because they have actual writers and they don't have to deal with uh, crazy actors that actually think they're supervillains. Which brings me to my next point: Ezra Miller is a real life supervillain. This man got charged for this man got charged for felony burglary in Vermont. Burger burglary,
Burglary.
whatever, burglary, and also, dude, he has child services looking at it out like trying to find
Yeah,
him,
because he was doing
and
something
I'm
like
like, I don't
grooming,
know.
I think is what he was doing.
Yeah, and he had like these two kids like around him with a bunch of like drugs, and I was like, what is DC like? When do you step in? So supposedly DC has three scenarios. The first one, they're like, oh, we can get Ezra to get therapy, which, no offense, in my opinion, he is way past
Yeah, he
therapy
needs to be like
with
locked up in the real
very
life
limited
Arkham Asylum.
press.
He needs to be locked up in the real world
Yeah,
Arkham Asylum for sure.
bro, like it's ridiculous. And they're like, oh, we maybe could do press with him, very limited press with the movie opening in the cinema. Which I was like,
Like, how can you
that
do
you
that
should
when
go
he's
ahead
like
and
the
X that
main?
out.
Yeah, he's like the main. Dude, he's the main character of the movie, right?
Oh, bro, it gets better. Well, listen to the next two options. So the second scenario for DC, Ezra Miller does not reach out for therapy. Warner Brothers still releases the film, but they just don't include him in any of the marketing or publicity. And then Ezra Miller wouldn't be the Flash going forward, as he'd be recasted.
He doesn't
But
need to.
that makes no
He
sense to.
he doesn't need to be the Flash moving forward, regardless. Like, they need to
Oh
replace him.
yeah.
He needs to be replaced. Dunzo's out of here. That is a PR nightmare.
Well, even that, but I'm like, how do you market a movie without the main character?
Exactly.
Like
You
that
can't.
doesn't.
And
But
they're
but
worried.
then
I feel like they're worried because if they release it, they're trying to keep it quiet. But, like, you're not gonna keep that quiet. Like, it's the internet age. Like, people will look up who's Ezra Miller, and the first thing they're gonna say is grooming, child services, burglary, like punching somebody.
14
Yeah, like,
arrests.
this dude
Yeah,
is
like
crazy. He's like, yeah, like you said, a real life supervillain. He's like the Joker of real life.
no, for real. That's what all he needs is the clown paint. But the third option, which would be the craziest and would honestly break my heart though, not gonna lie. So the situation deteriorates with Ezra further and the movie is canceled outright, which
Mm,
it's a $200 million film.
Look
and it
at the
can't.
rate that the czar is at, man. At the rate that this dude is at, I wouldn't be surprised. He just cutting everything.
That's true. That's true. But that would just be such a terrible thing to happen because they can't do reshoots because Ezra Miller plays multiple characters supposedly
Yeah.
and is almost in every single scene. So I'm like, that sucks. But yeah, we'll have to see. Like, some part of me hopes that the czar knows what he's doing. Part of me doesn't think he knows, but I have to try to be
The
optimistic for
way he's
DC.
cutting things, bro, I agree. It makes me very, very nervous because it's like, are you just chopping things? So you're like, I just want to start brand new, or are you seeing the gems and the value? Like, I feel like Kevin Feige, him and his team would find like the jewels and then try to like piece them together into the real story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I got you. Well, supposedly he wants to emulate the Justice League Dark from like the DC animated side. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that gives me hope
Hmm.
on two fronts. One, that we'll actually have a good movie and it will introduce like magic and stuff. And two, John Stewart Green Lantern is there. So that means I could get a role. I could be an actor
Yes, you
for a
could,
little
man.
bit.
You could. You could.
Um,
I know that talking about cancellations, I know a big update is DC is trying to keep Leslie Grace and they want to keep her as Batgirl in some shape or form in the future. I think that's amazing that they're doing that. Mad respect for them for doing that because they did her dirty, right?
oh yeah, I mean,
And
if they
there's a lot
didn't,
of backlash too, man. You know, with her being a person of color, being Batgirl, like I just think that yeah, like I said, they just
oh,
I feel like they didn't think about that decision.
oh, they didn't. But I people were like, "What if she went to Marvel? If she went to the Marvel, that would have been the biggest slap in the face." So I'm definitely happy
Hmm.
DC was like, "We cannot lose this
Yeah.
anymore." But confirming the rumor you had said in our last episode, so Warner Brothers Discovery is targeting Greg Berlanti, was the actual Arrowverse creator, to take on the Kevin Feige like role for DC.
Was that
And that gives me
confirmed,
hope.
or
And
you said they're targeting, so that means that they're still searching. Like he hasn't been confirmed yet, right?
he hasn't been confirmed, but that's like one of their top candidates.
Mm, okay,
Um,
that's not bad. I mean, he has history of connecting everything. Now, again, I really fell out of the whole Arrowverse like after like I don't know season 5 of Arrow. I remember we used to love Arrow. Like we used to wait on
yeah.
CW every single week to watch it. And then the Flash wasn't bad for a little bit, and then after a while, I just was done. But I mean, it Flash is in its like ninth season. I know it's ending in its ninth season, but like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I have hope if Greg does get it because he won't have TV show budgets and he'll have like an actual movie budget.
Yeah,
And that's a lot
it's true.
better in my opinion.
This is true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um Idris Elba wants to come back as Bloodshot and have a film about him fighting Superman, which was like the real reason his character even got sent to prison and Suicide Squad anyway. So if they did that, I think that would be cool in a way to bring back Henry Cavill. Like, I don't want any other Superman but Henry.
Yeah, but
So
well, we'll see when.
it could maybe be a show. It could probably be a show more so than a
I
movie
don't
when I
know.
think
Yeah,
about it.
we'll see. I mean, we'll have to. I mean, a lot of actors like to say a lot of stuff, but again, I just think it's so up in the air right now. We really just don't know
Yeah.
with DC. I know there's been some changes on two of the, I guess you could say, the most recent Batman news. I know that Joker 2 is going to be coming out in 2024. It's confirmed again that it's going to be a
Yep.
musical. It's going to be confirmed that Lady Gaga is going to be Harley Quinn. I'm interested to see how this all turns out. And then the Matt Reeves, the Batman 2, is actually not greenlit. I know before they were saying that it
What?
was. So right now, yeah, it is not greenlit. So again, trying to understand what is
They
going
better
on in
greenlight
Zara's
that movie.
head, man.
That is, you greenlight that movie. I get that it was a long movie, but no, you greenlight that and just tell Matt to make it shorter than three
Yeah,
hours.
like it performed very well in the box office. Again, if the guy wants box office hitters, then he needs to, see what hit in the box office, which was clearly that.
Yeah. One thing I will say, as we get closer to Gotham Knights dropping in October, I don't know if you got to see the video. They actually released gameplay of the Red Hood, and he looks sick.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I want to check that
Yeah,
game
it
out.
had him battling. Oh yeah, you can check it out.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
probably watch it. I didn't see it, but I'll definitely check it out. I mean, I've been God. By the way, got his name, David Zaslav. That's what his name is. Is the
oh, I've been saying
CEO?
like Zavlov,
Yeah, Zaslav,
Zazar,
Zaslav, or something like that. Yeah.
Zaslav.
So I'm hoping again that he. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see that game. I know they've been releasing a few gameplays. I think they released Batgirl, as well. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. To I'm excited to play that. Are you gonna get it? I'm gonna get it.
Oh, of
Yeah, yeah.
course. I got it pre-ordered.
Oh,
So
you already
like,
pre-ordered it? Oh, snap! I need to pre-order mine
yeah,
then.
I was
Okay,
yeah.
I'll pre-order it
Uh
then. Guys, let us know in the comments if you would be interested in watching me and Najee stream Gotham Knights and playing it. I would be interested to see if you guys are interested. Let us know. Um, but anyway, like I had said a little bit earlier, I just wrapped up Young Justice, and again, as we think about Zaslav and his journey to revamping the DC universe, I think there's something to say and something to learn from Young Justice.
Honestly, they could just make that a real life
Facts.
adaptation and I would be okay with it.
Facts.
It is such a good from season like there's never been a bad season
Never.
out of all 4 seasons.
Never.
Like there's characters and little things I haven't like necessarily liked from a personal perspective, but like as a show overall, absolutely dope. Like guys, if you haven't watched this, it's on HBO Max. It's worth
100%.
paying.
And
I
dude,
don't know
there's
what is
like
it.
30 something episodes each season. I mean, now granted they're 20 minutes, but that's good because you could just kind of keep finishing them, and the stories are great. The character development is really good. This last season, they were being very inclusive. They were giving Easter eggs. Like I just was like, yo, this is really good.
All right, so I had to ask you this. Since you are more of a Superman fan, how did you like the House of Zod type of
Well,
how that was handled? Like,
they were black, so I can't complain too much. The House of Zod
bro,
was black. Like I was like, yo, this
bro,
was
I was
good. Yeah, that
hyped.
was good, dude. I was like, yo, gives us another character to be for Halloween. No, or cosplay. But no, man,
No,
it
for
it
real.
was really cool how they brought that in. I don't want to spoil it for everybody, but Zod and his crew, they yo, they're the brothers out here,
Hey,
brothers and
bro,
sisters
yeah,
out
they
here.
were fire.
So yeah, that was super cool. You know what's crazy, and I think they did a really good job of bringing into this was the whole Vandal Savage. I learned so much more about him.
Yes,
You know?
much more appreciation for him as a villain
Yeah,
now because like I used to not
exactly.
understand like why is
And
he
then Young Justice,
like
his hands
all
are in
that,
everything. His hands are literally in
bro.
everything.
So yeah, it was interesting also to see the chaos and order kind of dynamic
I'm still
and
trying
how
to
his kid
understand
was
that.
actually Nabu.
Yeah, I was trying to understand that piece though. Like, so are they saying that those fates were before that even Vandal Savage came alive?
Yeah, they've always been from like the start of time.
Got it.
They have
Okay.
to keep the order and balance between order and
So
chaos.
then Nabu came
Um,
into the picture, which was his son, to be like the champion of the.
yeah, they had or the Lords of Order had made like that helmet or like various things that they could channel like their champion
Hmm. Got it.
and
Got it. A lot of magic
chaos
to
has
that point.
theirs.
A ton of magic as well has been introduced. But dude, you know what? You made it such a good point. If they just made this a live action series, just made it live action, they probably would be good.
Bro, it would kill. It and also addresses so much other stuff. Like you have the whole Markovia issues, you have the drug issues with Beast Boy, which I was like surprised that they would address something like that. I'm not going to go too far into it, but
Yeah, I
that was
Yeah, I
crazy.
think. I mean, again, I think that it's that was a. They were. I would say Young Justice is a woke show, right? They hit on a lot of things. They hit on same-sex relationships and identity. They hit on, like you said, depression. Like it's pretty nuts. What ended up happening and what ended up seeing, what we got to see. But yeah, dude, I'm excited for season 5. Do you know if it was announced if there would be a season 5? Again, if he
I
cuts it
don't
out,
know. I mean, there has to be though. No, like you can't cut that. I don't care. It could take probably like 3 years, but like that show
It
was
has
way
yet
too
to be
good.
confirmed.
Oh, it will be
While the
confirmed.
reception to the fourth season was once again incredibly positive because it's a good show, and the show seemed to maintain popularity throughout the run, the show has not yet been renewed. Lord. Zaslav, I will write you a personal note if you cancel that show.
Oh, I will fly up to his office. I will be protesting. Supposedly, the earliest we could see it is fall 2024. So
so it's gonna be a
we'll see.
minute thing. Okay. So DC needs to get to work. But anyway, guys, we'll wrap the episode up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, if you're listening to the podcast, make sure that you give us that 5-star review if you've enjoyed it. It keeps us motivated to keep putting out more content, and it keeps to get it in more people's ears listening. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment below. Where do you think DC is going? Let us know in the comments below. But again, super dope that you guys were able to join us for today's episode. It's your boy Noah,
It's your boy
and
G-Man,
we are
and we
the
are the
Superhero
Superhero
Brothers.
Brothers.